In this video, I'm going to prove that the derivative of a to the x is equal to a to the x times the natural log of a. And in order to do this, you first need to be comfortable and familiar with the following derivative, that the derivative with respect to x of e to the x is e to the x. So that's an expectation. You got to know that to do this proof. All right, now the first thing we're going to do in this proof is we're going to rewrite a to the x. We're going to rewrite a to the x, and we're going to let that equal e to the natural log of a to the x. Now, if you didn't watch the last video, you should go back and watch that because that explains why you can do this. Remember, these two functions, the exponential and the natural logarithm, are inverses, so they essentially cancel each other out and leave you with a to the x. So now if I'm going to take the derivative of each side, the derivative with respect to x of a to the x, that's the one we don't know how to do, but we do know how to do the derivative of this side because we know that the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. So the derivative with respect to x of e to some function u in terms of x is going to be e to the u times du dx because we have to implement the chain rule. All right, so this is the idea we're going to use to do this side. So the derivative with respect to x of e to the natural log of a to the x is going to equal e to the natural log of a to the x times the derivative of this. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. The derivative with respect to x of the natural log of a to the x. Now, this we can rewrite with the x out in front because it's properties of logarithms. So I'm going to rewrite that as x times the natural log of a. And the natural log of a, this is just a constant, just a number. So if we have the derivative of x times a number, the derivative of x is 1 times that constant. So this derivative turns into 1 times the natural log of a. And then we still have this here, e to the natural log of a to x. And that's going to equal the derivative with respect to x of a to the x. And we have a little bit of simplifying to do. Remember, these two parts, they cancel each other out, so we're just left with a to the x. So we have a to the x times the natural log of a, and we are finished. We have proved what we set out to prove. Ta-da! All right, on to the next one.